We are gonna do a nice chicken rollatini. I got some beautiful Prosciutto di Parma. Got it laid out for our base. We're gonna make this with some nice roasted red peppers that we're roasting right in-house. And today we're gonna make a really cool polenta that we're doing with chicken stock. We got this local corn from Ingalls Acres Farms, and we creamed it and with a little bit of coconut milk, and this is what we came up with, and this is gonna go in our polenta. This is unbelievable. And then we have some Asiago cheese, some garlic herb butter, a little bit of basil pesto, sauteed spinach, fresh basil, Italian parsley. So that's our layout of the dish. So the first thing we're gonna do, we have chicken stock, and what we wanna do is we're gonna keep that simmering and just have a little bit of fresh herbs in the chicken stock and let that go on its own. Okay? That will be for the polenta. So we're gonna go back to assembling the chicken. The first thing we wanna do is lay out our chicken on top of the prosciutto, just like that. This chicken needs to be pounded super thin. I usually put a little bit of saran wrap on the bottom and on the top and just pound it really nice without tearing it up. And then we wanna just get a little bit of fresh ground pepper on there. And I have some cherry pepper here as well. A little bit of sea salt. You don't need too much salt because you got the prosciutto. But I can't stress it enough, you want to use the Prosciutto di Parma. The flavor is so much better. So next we want to do is lay out our cooked spinach that's been patted dry. Been cooked with just a little bit of garlic herb butter. Give it a little bit of press. You don't want any of that liquid in there. Then we add the roasted peppers. A little bit of herb butter. Smear it right in there. And this basil pesto. More fresh basil. And we want to put our Asiago cheese in there. Fresh Parmigiano Reggiano. You know, when I start getting a nice little collection of all these ends, it's time to make a nice minestre. That'll be on the menu next week. I got a lot of Parmesan ends. This is what you want. This is the real deal, Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, before we roll, we want to press. We just want to get everything packed in there nice. It's time. We want to just take it up. That's seared in there. Get that folded in. And then we want to fold in the sides just a little bit. Get that prosciutto around there. And then continue to roll. Just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it one more time. Twist it. And I'm going to tie the ends. A little bit of saran wrap. Cut these extras off. All right, so that's nice and firm. So we're gonna poach this now. Put it in the poaching liquid, just water, because it's gonna cook right in there. Throw a cover on it. And then we're gonna start our polenta next. Our chicken stock and herbs. You can actually take the herbs out now. Season this with just a little bit of fresh garlic, not too much. We already had the basil flavor in there. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to slowly whisk in our cornmeal, little at a time. It's going to swell up nice, so you don't want to overdo it with the polenta. And we get some fresh herbs ready for that. And just take a little basil. At this point, I'm going to take some of my corn puree, add it right in there. Get that nice sweet corn flavor in there. It's going to be so good. Let that cook slow. It's going to thicken up nice. And then what we'll do is we'll have a little fresh corn for garnish. We'll add a little corn. You can see it's starting to thicken up nice. And we're making a soft polenta. We don't want a real thick, heavy polenta. This will get nice, real nice. Just let that sit there. We'll check on the roulade. Looking nice. And the best way when you do one of these is to tell is just take a regular meat thermometer, you know, the first 12 to 14 minutes of cooking and try to get right around 160. All right, so our polenta settled up nice. We just added a little bit of olive oil to finish it. Just a little touch of butter. Put it in there, smooth it out. And that's gorgeous. It's got a nice custardy flavor. The olive oil, finished with butter. We get the fresh basil, the corn puree, chicken stock. That is a nice number right there. Okay, we got our hot pan, a little bit of olive oil. We are gonna get ready to cook up this roulade. So it poached, it's settled, it's sat there. We let it sit for 5 minutes. And now we just want to open it up. And when you open this, you're going to find that there's a lot of beautiful juices in there. And we're not going to let them go to waste. We'll make a little pan sauce out of them. It is hot still. Now we're going to give this a nice little sear. And before we do that, I'm just going to press it with the towel to make sure there's no moisture on there so it doesn't splash in our face when we hit it in the saute pan. Okay, bring it over to the saute pan. We just want to get a little color on it. It's fully cooked. We just want to crispify that prosciutto. I'll put it down for a minute. All right, so we got the nice drippings from the chicken. We're gonna add a little bit of fresh thyme to that. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of this reduced chicken reduction as well. Turn our chicken on the side, get all 4 sides seared up nice. We're gonna finish our sauce. A little knob of butter. Just emulsify that. And the sauce is ready to go. Chicken seared nice and crisp. Got beautiful color. Okay, so it's time to plate. Get our nice polenta, nice and light. We'll get that in the center of the plate. Beautiful. Grated Parmigiano Reggiano on top. Our roulade. Look at that. Delicious. Slice it nice. Get a little bit of that nice chicken jus right on there for flavor. Some of that fresh corn that we roasted up. A little basil so everything is represented that's in the polenta. And that is our beautiful chicken roulade with roasted corn polenta wrapped in Prosciutto di Parma. Bon appetit.